I'm Brent Atwater, the Animal Medium. Welcome to our weekly show. We hope you'll subscribe so you can get the latest episodes every time we put a new one out. And if you'd like to contribute your question, do so at my website. You can do it in our Facebook group listed below, or you can Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter me. And if you have an educational question, we'll just put it on. Now remember, we do these on a large global scale. There's a big bowl that we pick them from, so if yours isn't up immediately and it's in the hopper, we'll finally get around to it. We're also going to be doing things on animal communication, animal healing, and live events. So stay tuned. We have lots of new things coming up in the winter months and in the spring. And so I hope that you'll enjoy it, and we hope you'll contribute your show suggestions if you have any. Today's question is a heart toucher. It comes from Julie and a precious little dog named Haley. And here's Julie's question. How do I live when Haley's gone? I mean, she's out of my life. I'm just not interested in being around. It's just like the forever has been taken out of me. Well, let me tell you how to put the forever back into you, okay? Here's the thing. When an animal passes, they transition out of their pet suit and into living energy, okay? Into sparkler form, beautiful sparkler form on the other side. Remember, energy never dies, it just changes forms. So they transition out of their fursuit, and as everybody says, they go to Rainbow Bridge. And they're a beautiful sparkler form there. But nobody ever says what they do up at Rainbow Bridge in that little sparkler form. Well, I can tell you, and that's what puts the forever into the heart connection that you had. It's like you had this soul connection, this heart connection that you've never, ever, ever experienced before with any other pet. Now, that doesn't diminish your other pets. You just think to yourself, I just never felt this way about any pet before in my life. It was just so special, and I really even feel bad about thinking that, you know, Haley is so much more special than Paris. But there's just something about her. It just touched my heart. It just touched my soul. And now that she's gone, it's just like, my life is gone with her. Well, it hadn't. Key word, it hadn't. That little dog, Haley, came just like every other dog that is a soul pet or a heart connection or that special pet that just ignites everything inside of you. That animal was sent to expand your awareness and to expand your sensitivity. And you know, you may say, well, I'm so fragile, I just can't live through their death. Well, here's what you do. You look at that fragility and turn it into a gift. And you're going, what do you mean by all of that? Okay, the 1, 2, 3, 4s. Number one, your soul pet was sent to you so that it would make that connection with your heart in a way that nothing's ever touched it before. Number two, they transition out of their soul suit and fur suit into a living energy on the other side. Number three, that connection is never ever gone, and that's where the teaching and the learning comes in. They got rid of the fursuit, and that's where, as a human, you think it's kaput, overdone. Nope, that's just the beginning. Just the beginning. So here's what you do. After the fursuit has gone, and your pet's energy has skipped over and transitioned to the other side, we've done steps 1 and 2. You have the heart connection, you have the soul connection, and 2, they transitioned out of the fursuit. Now here comes the learning and the educating and the awareness expanding and the soul evolving. You, that's right, your soul, because it's so fragile, because it's so sensitive, and because it's so connected, now begins a brand new journey with your pet on the other side. Because your pet is now living energy. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Here's the deal. You may have lost the fursuit, but you've never lost the forever. The forever now begins. And you're going, what do you mean the forever now begins? That's right. Just because the fursuit's gone, it doesn't mean the forever has stopped. because your soul is still connected, your heart is still connected, and the forever is waiting for you, that's right, you, to catch up so they can be forever with you from the other side. That's correct. They're waiting for you to catch up so you can connect with the forever from the other side. And that means that you need to talk to them like they're alive so they can go, hot dog, mom's there now, and I can send her signs, and I can talk to her, and we can make decisions, and we can go on forever. Never-ending love. Forever. So really, it's your fragility and your sensitivity and your heart connection that was shattered, wrecked after the fursuit transition. Pick it up. You got a whole new journey together. I mean, think about it. You have your pet for the rest of your life. You know, a misnomer is, well, your pet only sends you things for a little while. Wrong. Oh, your pet only sends you sign for a couple of months or a couple of years. Wrong. They send you signs until you cross over and join them. You can talk with your pet for the rest of your life. You can feel your pet. You can be guided by your pet. You can see them if you have that gift and that ability to access that electromagnetic frequency. You can smell them. You can hear them bark. You can hear them rattle the bowl. You can hear them scratch on the door. You can feel them need you. You can feel them. But you have to take that fragility and that sensitivity and take the transition from the fursuit and turn it into forever. Open your mind, open your heart, and ask Fluffy to teach you how. Ask Fluffy to guide you. Now, I just wrote a book called Afterlife Signs, After Death Signs from Pets and Animals in Heaven. And there's all sorts of techniques in there, like how to ask them to answer you in dreams, how to ask them to come visit you, how to ask them to come touch you and see you, how to ask them to see you, how to do visitations. All sorts of things that if you want to do it in the privacy of your home, take that little book and sit right there and go over it and practice them. And even in the videos below, we showed videos on how to do that to go along with the book so you can do it. So the most important thing for you to know is you're in charge of taking the pet suit transition and beginning the forever journey. And your pet's just waiting because they connected with your soul, they connected with your heart, and they made you fragile and sensitive so that they would be the one to take you on this journey to another level of heart feeling, of soul awareness, and of fragility, sensitivity to all there is, just not the limitations of earth. That's why you can smell them. That's why you can feel them. That's why you can hear them. That's why some of you will be able to see them. And if you can't see them, okay, so you can do 4 out of 5 things. Doesn't mean they've gone anywhere. It just means that you didn't come in this lifetime to access that level of electromagnetics. Now, I see them and I talk to them all the time. And that's a gift, and that's a burden. The burden is when you're standing in the post office and you see a pet sitting over there, or you're riding in the car and all of a sudden there's a Jack Russell up on your dashboard looking at you because he wants to talk to his mom who happens to be riding with you. So here's the deal. Your pet is waiting for you to activate the gateway where they can teach you all sorts of sides and signs and things from the other side so that you have forever with them. That's right, forever. You won't have to cry with the fursuit anymore. You won't have to cry with the pet anymore because you're right there until you draw your last breath on earth, living with them, sharing with them, and loving them. Take a chance. Start forever with your pet. Thanks for seeing. We'll hope you subscribe. Bye, bye, bye.